Welcome to build day 32, and as the Kaylee wiggles, and she's wiggling, huh? Huh? Come on, you gonna say hello to everybody? Huh? You saying hello? It's kind of hard to record her when she's dancing all over the place like that. I hope you enjoyed the full vlog last night. We had no computer problems. Thank God. It's about, oh God, what time? I was going to say it's about 8:30. Let's see what the actual time is here. Here we go. 8:49. So almost 9 o'clock. We've been out here for a little bit. We got the truck parked, the flag's up, the blow-up's plugged in. And, also got my project for today put together. I got a basket full of lights. We got a little bit of everything here. We've got some stakes, we've got some floods, and we've got a few spots. These are all haunted treasure lights. Lights I made myself and was selling for a while. This is all for the spider display. I've got orange spots, orange floods, and ultraviolet floods that we need to get hung up in the spider display today and get them wired so we can put the hay in so we can be done with that. On the floods, with this style of flood, we've got a mounting bracket I added onto them, and they work great depending on the application that you want to do. I designed them originally to go with the stakes. You attach it here on that screw, and you can pivot this to go get your up and down, or you can turn the light to get your left and right. Works great if you're staking them down. If I'm mounting these to the top of a wall, say the table is the top of the wall, I'm only going to be able to get my left and right. I can't go up and down. If I mount them on the side, going like that, the same way I can go left and right, I just can't go up and down. So what I end up having to do, and I've done that with this stake before, is I attach this stake to the wall, attach the light there, and then I can get my rotation and my swivel. So I've got to figure out where I'm putting my lights, and I've got to attach stakes, and then I've got to attach the light to the stake. Then I've got to run the wiring and hook up all the wiring, and then tonight come in and get everything aimed. We're thinking I'm going to use my orange floods to highlight the bigger props. We're going to use the orange spots to highlight the smaller props. And then we're going to use the UVs to kind of see if we can get the walls to glow a little bit. We were noticing when we were testing last night that the fluorescent green was reacting with the UV and was causing a nice effect. I don't know what it's going to look like with all the orange light though. So we're going to try doing a combo over there. And tonight when we go to do our light testing, I'll make a final decision on the UV, whether we're going to keep the UV or not. So, but we're going to give things a try. But I can't try anything if I don't put the camera down and get to work. So it's time to get to work. Let's see where we can get today. Well, we got a small rain delay of sorts. We got the wiring done over in the spider. So that is all done and over with. And I took a bit of a break, took Kaylee for a nice long walk. Got home, went in the house, sat down in the chair and was watching a little bit of TV. I was in there for about a half hour. Only thing I have left to do over in the spider is get the hay in. And we come back out and it's raining. So no hay until it stops raining. And it's supposed to rain out just according to what the phone says up to about dinner time. So we'll probably do hay first thing in the morning. I might sneak over here and do it tonight. I don't know. But spider is up and working. Everything is plugged in. Everything turns on. Only thing I need to do over here yet is get the lights aimed, and I'll do that tonight. Now, like I said, it is raining out here, so things are getting wet. Nice thing is, our next display is right here. Half of the water room, that water wall, and its pond. Okay, this is gonna be our next display. My first job, I gotta get the liners in. So, Kaylee and I have to get all the fencing out, all the props out, bring the liner in, get the liner installed, and then slowly start putting things back together. But first thing going back in is that water wall, and we gotta get it assembled. So, ought to be fun. But that's gonna be our next show. We're gonna get this water wall put together and get the liner and get it put together. And then we can get what electronics and stuff done in here, get the AC done in here. Lighting, we're gonna have a couple of fluorescent tubes in here, probably 2 fluorescent tubes to glow this up, and I'm going to use some of my Haunted Treasures lighting in here to help light this up. I'll put 5 or 6 floods in, just kind of aim down randomly and go that way. But that's pretty much where we are at now. Time to have fun with a pond liner. Time for a rainy day update. It's not raining at the moment. It's been raining off and on. Things aren't too terribly wet, but it's wet. I've been working over here. We got our liner in. That was the first thing I did after I emptied everything out. And we got the majority of the water wall assembled. And here, let me turn this on. There we go. I got one paddle that's warped, so it's rubbing. It's going to end up leaving a mark, more than likely. I'll have to try to bend it into place later. But we got that done. Now I still have the sidewalls to put on, which are right over there. And then these pipes go over those sidewalls and join up with the fountain. And give me a second, I'm going to turn that off while I'm thinking about it. Sorry, that scraping was going to drive me nuts. Part of it's the mount for the motor, the other part is that the fan's warped, where it sits all year long. The blades have gotten bent, so they're not really straight anymore. But anyway, like I said, I've got the side panels there that go on either side of it. And I got the piping that needs to go on top of those. We've got some problems, and we knew we were going to have them. This water wall wasn't made to be this close to the public. It was meant to be out of arm's reach. Now I could have come in and just cut the sidewalls down, cut the panels down. And I have actually thought about doing that in the past, but I don't want to because I like the sidewalls the size they are. And if I cut them down, then those won't fit. So, we're leaving it as is. Now these jets on here that I've got on are another problem. I'm missing 3. They've broken off. There's 1 there and 2 down there, and I don't have any more, so I'm gonna have to go down to Home Depot to get some more before we get the pump turned on. But they angle out a little bit, and with the force that they come out, they'll drain the pond in a heartbeat. So once we get the fencing up, I'm going to go down and buy a full sheet of plexiglass to attach to the fence. That way it will hit them instead of, or hit that instead of shooting it out of the pond. I'm hoping. The other problem we're going to have too, like I said, these things are set at an angle and it also restricts the water so it comes out with more force. If I find the plexiglass isn't going to be enough and these upper ones are shooting out of the pond, what I might do is just go ahead and pop these teats out and just leave the holes. We'll still have water streaming out, it just won't come out with as much force because it's a little bit bigger hole than what's on the teat. So I'm hoping that will get a lot of the force, take some of the force out. You know, so I have some adjustments I can make to it if need be. And it doesn't take, it's not that much to get those teats out. You know, I just get something in behind it and give it a little twick and it will come right out. Or I can just take a hammer down it and break them off. You know, whichever one works first. I just assume save them and pry them out. They're not in there with glue or anything. They just pinch in. But anyway, we got that. Just got done getting the pump in right there. And that pump I bought specifically for this prop. It will lift water 20 feet straight up. So there's a lot of power to it. So it cycles through a lot of water. But anyway, that's in. My next job, before I can put the side panels on, is I've got to get these guys into place along with their weights and their water blasters. Yeah, same thing as what's in the bucket over in the Hammer and Clown thing. Each one gets a water blaster. And I put two 25-pound weights on these. One to help hold the water blaster, and two to weigh these guys down, because these guys are, all these guys are Costco skeletons I've covered with great stuff. And they float real good. They don't float in the seated position, though, is the problem. They want to kind of tip over. So I tie them into the weights I use for the water blasters. I've got one there, I've got one there, and before I can get them into place, I need to get their airlines ran, I need to get the boo board, scuba boo board, and hello Tim Thompson, thank you for all your hard work on those control boards. It's much appreciated. We love them here at Haunted Tents. If anyone's interested in getting the 4-button control boards, contact Tim Thompson on Facebook. But anyway, I gotta get the control board in, which will run both the blasters and will also trigger zombie bait over here. And then I gotta get it in, get it programmed, get the solenoids, the water, you know, there's just a whole laundry list of things I need to do just in this pond before I can finish putting the water wall together. And Joanne's about ready to call dinner. I'm going to go out and start running airlines down till she does call dinner and see how much further I can get. But we're going to be spending the rest of the evening in here trying to get the displays put together. And right now we're, for the most part, at a standstill on the water wall until I can get the side panels on. And like I just said, I've got other projects I got to do. So there's your midday before dinner update. Okay guys, I'm not sure if you can see me or not, probably not, because there's not really a whole lot of light here. But we just got done aiming the lights in the spider display. Figured I would give you guys a look at it, and I'm using the phone again, because I kind of like it for the night shots a little bit better than my video camera. So we're going to give it a shot. Let's take a look at the spider display and see how it turned out. Now I do not have the air on, so the spiders aren't going to do anything. You're just hearing the sound effects for it, basically. And I'm playing with the zooming on here. Sorry about that. And we'll give you a better look at these guys backed up. Now it looks way brighter on camera than it does in person. And I haven't touched any of the settings on the camera. So we got that. And then over here in the hallway, and again, no air, so the jumper's not running. And I gotta watch myself. I got stuff all over the ground here. I'm still working on the water room. Now, first thing tomorrow morning, we're going to get out here and get the hay in, and Sue-Ann's going to start cobwebbing. And the fence looks a little weird because I've got two fences stacked up there. But there you go. There's the spider display as it is now. We just need the hay, and then Sue-Ann can cobweb. And hay goes in tomorrow. Okay, boys and girls. I just checked time. It's 5 minutes after 10. I'm out here late. But I got busy. And we made some progress. What you just heard was the air blaster down there going off. And I'm standing right in front of the central, so it's probably going to go off, yeah, again. And the other thing that should be going off, you can't see, it's a little bit too dark, is a zombie bait. But I don't have him hooked up to power, so he ain't going to go off. But we are done with the control board. The air blasters are in. I need to plug the fan blade back in, get its speed set. It takes all of about 10 minutes, not even that, probably about 10 seconds. I got to take a skin panel off over there to get to the plug for him. Get him plugged in, set his speed, and then we can seal this up. Hell, I could seal it up now because I think his speed is set already. But we're going to wait and do that tomorrow. Now, I also made an executive decision. These teats here. I'm missing one there and two there. Tomorrow, after we get this sealed up, I'm going to come back through. I'm taking the teats out. So that should help with the stream a little bit coming out. They won't have quite as much force. Or I might just take some of them out. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Sue-Ann about that. I might just do that. But I know I need to remove a couple of them. At least. These upper ones. Probably down to about there. And just have them stream out while the others are spraying. And then take out the upper band too. I don't know. But I do know probably by this weekend we'll have this one will be done and the ponds on the other side will be done, so we'll be able to get the water in here and test them, and I can do some testing and stuff with it. I don't know, I'll probably just remove all the teats tomorrow and we'll just go with that and see how that does. And if it's not building up enough pressure, because what happens is the water comes in up here and then naturally runs downhill, so it'll flow down, fill up the tubes, and as the tubes fill up, the water starts coming out the holes. And then once the side tubes are filled, this upper one fills up, and it builds up pressure, and all the jets work on it. If I take the teats out, the holes might be too big, and the water will come out too quick, and then the upper bar won't work. I don't know. Anyway, we made progress. I'm gonna talk to Sue and stuff, but we gotta get those two panels put in, the pipes in, and then get the fence back up, and then this side is done. So, and then I'll be getting over here, and then over here I've got two little air pumps I gotta put in for the bubble tubes. Now I'll get a couple of the tubes to bubble. Which is always, it's still kind of neat, even if all of them don't bubble. A couple of them will bubble. And I got to get zombie bait put in, and then we got lights to put in, hay to put in, and we'll be done. So we'll have this display done tomorrow, and then other side of that wall is a chain hallway. And we'll get in here, get in there and get that done. That's just lights in there. And I think one AC line. There's no pneumatics, no control board. So that one should be a quick display. We might get that done tomorrow too. And then be over on the other side of the water wall here doing liners. Again, but there's no pneumatics, no air. It's just fountains and liners. But anyway, I'm calling it quits. This is also going to be your wrap up. There will not be an end of the day wrap up with this vlog because we are running late out here tonight. Like I said, I just kind of ran you through what I needed to do in here. Another thing I need to get done too is we need to get hay into the spiders as well, so I can start cobwebbing tomorrow. So, but anyway, guys, I'm calling it quits from the water wall room. Stay spooky, stay toxic.